for me to go to the Juilliard School of Music, which I did. I went to the Juilliard Preparatory Division from the time I was 12 to the time I was 17. I studied classical piano, and of course, that went along with another dream she had, which was that someday, perhaps, I would play at
Carnegie Hall!
the Mohegan Sun Arena. Except for the fact that the Mohegan Sun Arena didn't exist at the time. So you said it before, say it one more time.
Carnegie Hall!
And you know the year was 1973. Carnegie Hall, in desperate financial trouble, turns to rock and roll, and who should be invited to perform? At the fabled, the legendary Carnegie Hall, but my old group.
Sha-na-na!
So there we are on stage at Carnegie Hall. And in the third row of the audience was the only person standing in the entire audience of Carnegie Hall. My mother. Bessie Bauman, that woman who forced me to practice, and she stood proudly in Carnegie Hall while her son sang Rabba-Labba Ding Dong. And she waved and she shouted, Jonathan, because that's my real name. That only she ever called me to this day. Jonathan, you made it! Because it turned out that to my mother, whether it was Chopin or Rabba-Labba Ding Dong, Carnegie Hall was Carnegie Hall! And that, as you know, is 100%, every single word of a true story. And then when the show was over, she went out to the merchandising table and she started signing autographs, Bowzer's mother. Now, the reason I bring this up today, and I refer to her as my Jewish mother, Bessie Bauman, and that is the truth. I'm going to do something a little different for this piano part of the show. We are living in a very particular time in history. And one of my mother's other great dreams, along with many people of her generation, was that there be a Jewish homeland. That generation really believed that there needed to be that homeland. And as you know, that part of the world and that homeland is in tremendous turmoil right now. And as we struggle to find peace in that part of the world, because we must find peace in that part of the world. And the only way that we're ever going to find peace in that part of the world is going to be a two-state solution. There is no other way. There will never be another way. So the struggle has to go once again in that direction. But we obviously can't ignore the incredible atrocities that happened on October 7th in Israel. And we're going to have to find our way out of this during this next year. There are a lot of things in America, too, that we're going to have to find our way through in this next year. But I just want to say here, because we don't know how much longer we're going to be doing this show, so I just want to put it out there to you guys, that as we struggle through this, one thing is certain, which is that there is always going to be a state of Israel. It is always going to be there. So take that as a given, and I'm going to play the Israeli national anthem. But they also have to get a government that understands what needs to be done and understands humanity. And there's still 100 hostages. Bring them home. We got a lot to do this year. We got a lot to do this year in America. You know what I forgot to say about the 77-year-old and the 81-year-old and the Kennedy and Barbie before. Barbie's the only millionaire, actual millionaire in the bunch. Just saying. Now here comes a real trick. This performer has fought for a long time, actually, for it to be recognized that he is the son of Jackie Wilson. But he is the son of Jackie Wilson. 99.99998 something or another DNA. You'll see it in this trailer that I'm about to put up on the screen. He is the son of Jackie Wilson. So, Bobby Wilson has a documentary coming out, and it looks, I haven't seen the actual documentary. We're going to show you a trailer also for Kenny Vance's documentary later, which I have seen. I haven't seen this actual documentary, but it looks fantastic. So let's roll the trailer and give people an idea of what is to come with the story of Jackie Wilson and Bobby Wilson. Roll it, take a look.
His story is unbelievable.
I wouldn't want to change a thing. It's just the way life unfolds.
Bobby is an entertainer and a tribute artist.
Do you like Jackie Wilson? I'm doing a tribute to Jackie. I kind of feel
Jackie Wilson, one of rock and roll's first big names.
I met Bobby, I thought, that's Jackie Wilson came back, you know.
When I see him on stage, you get the chills.
My path was paying tribute to his music for the last 25 years.
He's a clone of Jack. It makes me feel like I'm next to my father.
It's like I'm in the room, the way he moves, the way he talks.
There has to be a connection there somewhere.
And I on my dressing room, hey, it's a guy that wants to see you. My whole world is about to change. I remember looking at my birth certificate for the first time in my life. I didn't know I was a foster child.
You know, he was abandoned by his parents.
When I read it, I was like in disbelief. I am the son of Jackie Wilson.
He carries his father's legacy, and they never even met.
I find that quite extraordinary myself.
Everything Bobby knew suddenly switched.
That was sort of the beginning of the tragedies in our family.
I didn't realize the backlash that I would get.
I tried to stay away from Bobby. Bobby stayed in trouble.
Daddy wanted to be true.
he takes over, just like Jackie did.
He's the biggest thing there is. They're fighting him all the time.
It aggravated me so much.
It was tragedy after tragedy. She flew there alive, came back dead.
Jackie Wilson died riddled with debt, without even a headstone for his grave.
I know something was put in his drink. He was poisoned.
Was a servant.
The business of rock and roll was not an innocent game.
Did he get all the credit for it? I'm not too sure.
I fight. Everybody got to fight.
He went from the penthouse to the poorhouse.
There's some good things about not knowing.
No matter what, keep your memory going. When I see Jackie Wilson, I see a different man. I don't see me. I know who I am.
So this really looks like something. And let me tell you something, I don't know how many of you ever saw Jackie live, but trying to sing the music of Jackie Wilson is something that not a lot of people should try. Like, don't try this at home. It's impossible. One of the only people that I've ever seen who can actually do it is this guy, because the guy is his son, he looks like him, he sounds like him, he's unbelievable. Please welcome Bobby Wilson!
Are you ready to dance? This ain't no sit-down show. Are you ready to dance? 1959, this song went #1 because of you, and it was debuted on a show called American Bandstand by Dick Clark. Anybody know about that? See if you remember this song. Let's go! Oh, You ever heard of that name? Writing a song for this young artist, Jackie Wilson. The song came from a fight he had with his wife. He was sitting on the stairs with another man named Billy Roquel Davis. And they were contemplating marriage, love, and war, all the same thing. Whether it came down to, and this is how the song came about. No matter what you own in life, no matter what you do, no matter how high you get or how low you get, the bottom line is every human being on this earth wants to be loved. And that's where the song came from. Someone to care, someone to share, long hours and moments of despair, to be loved, to be loved. Oh, what a feeling to love. Someone to kiss, someone to miss when you're away, to hear from you today, to be loved, to be loved. Oh, what a feeling to love. Some used to be a king or a queen, some for fortune and fame, but to be truly, truly loved worth more than all of these things. Someone to kiss, someone to miss when you're away, to hear from you today, to be loved, to be loved. Oh, what a feeling to love, to be loved, to be loved. To be loved. Thank you very much. Oh man, we moving now. Oh, we moving now. You hear that beat right there, huh? I want to know if you remember this song. Recorded in 1967 in Chicago with the Motown Band. They laid this song only down one time, just one time. Unheard of in today's music. And when they laid that song down, it sold over 5 million copies. And it's still selling today. I want to use this song to spread love for one another throughout this audience tonight. Can we do that? I need you to talk to me. Can we do that? Come on, put your hands together. Everybody, come on. Hup, hup, hup. Let's go. Hup. Your love lifted me higher than I ever. at your neighbor sitting right next to you. Look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor, I love you. Go ahead and do that. Go ahead.
I love you.
Okay, now look at the other person that you didn't look at. Tell that person I love you. Go ahead. Now I need you to look at yourself. Look at yourself. Tell yourself I love you. Go ahead. Because you can't love nobody till you love yourself. You can't love nobody till you love yourself. You can't love nobody till you love yourself. But once you love yourself, you can love everybody one person at a time. Love ye one another as you love yourself. And we can heal this world. We can be united. We can be united. Can I get somebody to stand up for love? Anybody, stand up for love. If you got something to be worshipful about, stand up for love. If you got something to be happy about, stand up for love. If you got something to praise for, stand up for love. And let's do this song together. Come on, help me, girls. Can you help me, girls? Here we go. Come on. Hey. So let me hear you say higher.
Jackie Wilson's kid. Is there any doubt about this? No one can do that. No one can sound like that, and no one can move like that. It's just unbelievable. Now we got a little theme going here. I want to tell you about my own kid. Anybody seen my son Eli in this show? Yeah. Who's here? Yeah. So he's doing great. He wrote a musical. It's about a subject, I don't know if everybody here will love it, but will love the subject, but you'd love the show. The show is a lot of fun. It's called 44, the Obama Musical. It's got a lot of great soul music in it and sort of R&B. And he just won 7 completely swept in Los Angeles, something called Broadway World Awards. Won every single thing. Won Best Musical, he won Best Director, Best Show, everything. So watch for it because it's coming to the East Coast. Yeah. Probably to New York. So watch for that. And then I gotta tell you a point of personal privilege too about my daughter-in-law. Eli's wife, Joanna Kalo, is the co-showrunner on a show that you might have seen called The Bear. Yeah. And just everybody freaking loves The Bear. because the Bear, if you haven't seen it, it's on FX Hulu, so you got to get Hulu to see it. But last year, very proud of her, the world's best daughter-in-law, one of the world's nicest people. They have two great kids, a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, Ivy and Charlie. And the Bear won the Golden Globe last week for Best Comedy Series, comedy or musical series, that's the big one, you know, that's the category they were in. Although the show's, it's a comedy, but it's not precisely a comedy. It's a real sort of hybrid, and if you haven't seen it, check it out. The Christmas episode is just unbelievable, off the charts, like historic television. So that's the story of Eli and Joanna. That, you know, because we're all proud of our kids and our grandkids, I just wanted to tell you that. And our next artist, one of my closest friends in the whole wide world, Jay Siegel. He's got a little surprise for you having to do with his family. That's something that's going to happen here on stage tonight. So, I know we might have changed these mics around a little bit. I got 3, 4, 5 up here for you guys, so if you can switch those, because Bobby took 2 off and we need it back. But he was entitled, it was fine. But Jay Siegel is one of the most incredible people that I know, and that anyone knows. Jay Siegel, I might as well share with you, he's a little bit over 80 years old, like somewhere in that early 80s world. And he is going to come on this stage tonight. He's going to sing The Lion Sleeps Tonight. A song that is beloved by every generation. Oh, Rocky, you want to switch? Yeah, let's switch him out. Let's switch him out to the way it was before. So 2 goes there, 3 goes here, 4 goes over there on that X for apparently a short person. Okay. But Jay is going to come out here and he's going to sing The Lion Sleeps Tonight in the key that the record was recorded in, the key of F, in still the most incredible falsetto that anybody has had in the history of recorded sound. And you are going to be able to close your eyes and imagine that the record was playing. It is that good. So, it is that good. I mean, you all know this who have been to the show before, and it hasn't changed. This is, we all talk about this backstage. This is one of the purest, most beautiful voices that any of us have ever heard. And honestly, as we all age somewhat, this is unbelievable. So please welcome, to close out the first half of Bowzer's Rock and Doo-Wop Party, my friend for life, always, and a couple of people in his group are too, the one and only Jay Siegel's Tokens.
Great to be here and see you all. That's good. You're doing it already, so give me a little bit of this. Okay? Our first #1 gold record, a record that we produced and wrote called Tonight I Fell in Love, but pretty good song. I like it. Tonight I fell in love. I wanna
wonderful venues that we've ever worked, and you guys are a great audience, and thanks for coming out. And we really appreciate that you're all here, we really do. We're gonna do the B-side of the record, a song that we wrote and we produced, of course. None of your kids or your grandkids have any idea what a B-side of a record is. They have no idea what a record is. There's that. They don't know what an A-track is or a cassette. You know, remember we used to buy a record, what, 79 cents? Remember? We knew the color of the label, we knew the B-side, we knew the... Those days are gone, but the music is still here, and this one is called I'll Always Love You, a song that we wrote. Brooklyn Street Corner Doo-Wop.
That could have been an A-side.
We're gonna do the new song now.
Oh, the new song.
New song. There's a new song we're gonna do, and a song we recorded in 1967. That's the newest song. And that was during the British invasion. Remember that? Not good for us at all. All you heard on the radio were the group from, all the bands that came from the other side of the Atlantic Ocean. You couldn't get a record played if you were an American act, but we were lucky we were on Warner Brothers Records. They had the power to influence, they had the influence some radio stations in the middle of the country, and they put this record on the radio, and it spread across the country, and it became our third gold record. So I hope you all remember this one, and I hope I remember it also. What is this one, shall we? Oh, there we go, okay. This one is called Portrait of My Love. I don't remember this one. Are you ready, guys? Yeah. Oh, 1, 2, 3,
For
Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey. My other good friend over here, Mr. Gabe Dasser usually from the Bronx, but now lives in Bedford. And I got another addition to the band. Great band. Let's hear it for Rocky and the Road. Great band. And I convinced my son Jared to play. Say hi, Jared. Yeah. Welcome. He said, how much am I getting paid for this? You know, we produced a lot of records in the 60s and 70s, and you know that job is, you know, finding new artists and bringing them into the studio and trying to make a hit record. And we had a lot of success doing it in the 60s and 70s. And we're going to do a couple of records that went to #1, and nobody ever heard of a group called The Happenings or The Chiffons until we brought them into the studio and we produced these records. So hope you enjoy this little section.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we conclude our portion of the show, I'd just like to say a few words about our illustrious leader right here. Now, not only did Jay sing all the lead vocals on all the #1 and top 10 hit records of the Tokens, he was also the member of another very famous singing group. And not only sang with, but produced for Tony Orlando and Dawn, Candida, Knock 3 Times, and another little record you may have heard of, Tie a Yellow Ribbon Round the Old Willow Tree. This man can make some records for the Happenings. He produced another one of their big hits, I've Got Rhythm, and for the Chiffons, he produced their first #1 record. He's so fine. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jay Siegel.
Remember that movie, The Lion King? You know, one day I woke up, I said, oh, there's a new movie called The Lion King. It became the most successful animated film in the history of the movies, and we were fortunate enough to have The Lion Sleeps Tonight in that movie. You know, RCA Victor, that was our original record company. They re-released The Lion Sleeps Tonight. It was 40 years later, and it became a worldwide hit for the second time. The first time it was #1 for about 3 months, and it sold a lot of records. We got paid for about 300 though, I think. That's what was happening back then, you know. Yeah, so anyhow, where was I?
Oh, well, in 2000, they put out that fine record, One More Time.
So the record was a big hit again, and we, you know, it was a worldwide hit. It was #1 in 36 countries all over the world. And in Norwich, Connecticut, it was only #2. I don't know why.
Not a lot of lions.
So anyway, the record was a big hit. For the second time, we acquired a brand new audience of 5-year-old kids. So when the record was a hit again for the second time, my granddaughter was 5 years old. And she was in kindergarten. And she told all her friends, you know, all the kids in her class, you know, my grandpa made that record. And I said, oh sure, he sings it in the garage, sings it in the bathroom, you know. They didn't believe that her grandpa made that record, so she was very upset. She came home, she told her mother told my wife, she said, oh, you know, they don't believe that grandpa made that record. So to prove the point, her mother, my daughter, and my wife had a meeting with the principal of the school, and one day she brought me in for show and tell.
True.
She was a very big hit, you know. Very popular. I know you've heard this song a million times. Do you want to hear it at least one more time?
I think so.
In the original key, I'm going to try to do it again. The original key that I was only 9 years old when I made this song. Kenny, give me an F chord. Got nothing lower than that. That's you're all the way at the end, right? Oh. Much better. I say this every night. It used to be a secret. Now I tell everybody that I do say a silent prayer that the notes come out. Because if the notes don't come out, we're out of a job. You know. So, you know.
Wait, I just started.
Listen, when he's not doing this, he happens to be an orthopedic surgeon. So you have something to fall back on.
It's not like this.
It's not as much fun, right? All right, here we go. Take a deep breath and hope the high notes come out. Let me hear that one more time. Okay. Please work.
Oh,
don't sit down. I can see you better. You wanna see my part now?
Yeah.
Let's switch parts. You'll have a great time. I know the guys can do it. All you have to go.
Ladies,
So on the
you can
count of
do it
4 now.
again.
1, 2, 3, sit. Yeah, come on. One more time.
Everybody now.
Big Annie with me, come on. Thank you, Mohegan son.
One side, let's hear for JC Stokins. Are you having a good time so far? All right, we're going to take about a 15-minute break or so. Do whatever it is you do during that kind of break, and then we will return once again to a more innocent time. Like, hey, can you imagine what the internet would do these days if somebody came out with a record called The Happy Organ? Think about that for the next 15 minutes, and then we will be back with Bowzer and the Stingrays featuring Johnny Cantardo, Gary U.S. Bonds, and Kenny Vance and the Planetones. See you in 15.